Hi, my name is Jocelyn Moore, and I am based in New Jersey. I attend Palmer Theological Seminary in St. David's, Pennsylvania. I'm also an associate minister and the youth ministry director at my church. I have the distinct honor and privilege of being named one of the scholarship recipients for the Alvera Mickerson Memorial Scholarship. And I want to thank that team and the entire CBE International team for even giving me this opportunity. This entire journey of following my call into ministry has been a bumpy one, as I'm sure a lot of folks could probably share the same of their own stories. For me, of course, financially, it was one of the bumpiest. And I said to the Lord, if this is the path that you want for me, then I need you to make it happen. It felt like Gideon putting his wool out there and hoping that it would rain. And every semester, without fail, something has come through financially, whether it was a surprise scholarship or extra money from another job that I just happened to get, a part-time gig or anything. And this year, it was the AMMS scholarship. So I am feeling blessed, favored, and affirmed that I'm on the right path. Something that also affirms is even the fact that this scholarship exists, because what I did not expect was coming up against the imposter syndrome that you often feel as a woman and as a Black woman, particularly in ministry, which is not unusual for anyone of any marginalized identity. And I find myself wondering, why me? Am I the right person for this? Do I know enough? Am I thoughtful enough? And constantly, God reminds me, both through his word and through his people, that his grace is sufficient, right? And that he qualifies the called. And being chosen for this scholarship as an indication that, yes, I'm on the right path, is also God saying, yes, you're enough for this. And so thank you for playing a role in God's plan for me. And I'm grateful to be now a small part of CBE International. Thank you and God bless.
Hi, my name is Mallory Casey, and I'm really grateful to be one of this year's Alvera Mickerson Memorial Scholarship recipients. I am entering my last semester at Nazarene Theological Seminary in their Master of Arts in Theological Studies program. Can't believe I'm here. It has been a long journey in the midst of pastoring and life. It's been an incredible reminder from the Lord that my voice matters and my life matters to God, that God doesn't just overlook women. He sees us. I am incredibly grateful in my ministry to have been able to influence both men and women, young and old, particularly as a lead pastor, in the understanding that women can be called by God, and in fact are, whether we recognize it or not. I'm really grateful that I've been able to speak into them, to understand that often we accept the narrative from Genesis chapter 3, that things are just messed up and that's how it's going to be. But we forget God's intention from the very beginning in Genesis chapter 1 that was very good, that men and women were really called to serve side by side, that God has better. We don't have to settle for Genesis 3. The narrative of our story continues, and in fact, God has good things in store for us. This scholarship has helped keep me going. It has encouraged me and also provided in a very important and necessary way for me in my life right now. Thank you.
My name is Nicole Kelly Vicky. I'm a second-year student at Duke Divinity School pursuing my MDiv. For me, ministry is a second career. In my mid-40s, began serving as the co-pastor of a small non-denominational church here in Boulder County, and quickly realized that I wanted to be as equipped as possible to do this precious and holy work of spiritual care, preaching, teaching, spiritual direction. Ultimately, I feel called to continue in congregational ministry and have discovered what a fulfilling role it is to care for a group of people who are developing their faith. And I can't say with enough gratitude what the support of an organization like this one does for someone who is deciding to set aside adult breadwinning life. Right around the same time, our oldest daughter was headed to college herself and dive back into both learning and continuing an active ministry at the same time. This means that everybody in our family gets to go to college, and I am deeply appreciative. And I know it's also a wonderful role model for my daughter to see someone who felt a nudge from God to go back into some really valuable and meaningful and difficult work that you need preparation for, and to say it's not too late. So with thanks, thank you for supporting women going into ministry. Thank you for supporting women going into ministry as a second career. And thank you for lifting up all of the wonderful women role models that we have out there working in biblical translation and working in ministry and in all the ways that we serve Christ across the wider body of the church.